Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 9th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture the vibes that feel akin to centering, to balance, to who I am. And that will support today. I'm going to start off by showing you some cards. We got a little Thunderbolt action, and this makes sense as we have Mercury and Pluto building to their conjunction together. Now, the conjunction's not going to happen until Friday, but a lot of times that building feels like when we are walking up the mountain. So we're walking up the mountain, and the universe suggests a little alone time, aloneness in our own vibrational energy to support us through this process, whatever the Thunderbolt might be for you. And a lot of times it's facing the fear. It feels like a threshold that we're going through. And this is preparing us for Pluto at the final degree of Capricorn, the lessons that we have been working on since 2008. Excuse me. So this is very powerful. This is definitely Plutonic colonic vibrational energy, but it's not necessarily easy. And so you need to keep that in mind. Now, today we have the moon moving into Libra, and the moon in Libra is like, can we just please have harmony and balance and beauty and just be in the pleasure and friendliness and good things? And the universe is like, no. The friendliness card is in reverse. And so moon in Libra brings us connection. It brings us balance and relationship. And yet, I'm always reminded, the Aries lesson, our first relationship that we can always work on and work from is the relationship that we have with ourselves. And that's why this aloneness card may be very supportive in this energy, because it's like, hey, get centered in yourself, get centered in your vibes. So often we try to balance and harmonize with things outside of ourselves, and it just doesn't work that way. So balance and center within. What does that vibe like? What does that feel like? Is that going to protect you from the Thunderbolt? The Thunderbolt's important. We a lot of times need to destruct something in order to reconstruct something. And within ourselves, we have a lot of unlearning to do. This doesn't have to be Thunderbolt per se. This really can be a process of unlearning to learn. And here's some Mahalo support in this. So, some unlearning, deconstruction within yourself around your fears, around your personal authority, around finding your center and balance. In your mind, we've got the mind card in reverse. The mind card can be, a lot of times when I say the mind card, I feel like minefield. So we have a minefield mind card going on right now in this astro energy. Now, when I look at it, besides that building to the Mercury-Pluto conjunction, it's not too bad. We have the moon moving into Libra, like I said, and the only really strong connection that it's making today is a square to Jupiter. Or not a square, sorry, an opposition to Jupiter. So in that, we may feel some push and pull between the me and the we, right? Me, Jupiter in Aries, enhancing that I am vibration, and then the moon in Libra being like, can we all just get along? And you can, but you also have to get along with yourself, within yourself. And that's an important part of this process. So keeping that in mind. Now, it's also building to a connection to both Mars and Chiron early Friday. And so my feeling is there's actually going to be healing in and through this. And again, there may even be healing in the breakdown. There may be some old frustrations in old relationships where you didn't honor your vibe, where you didn't honor your center, where you didn't honor your balance, that needs to come up, that needs to come through in this energy. So recognize that, again, that deconstruction, it doesn't have to be about fear. It can be where you need to break down, process emotion through to wash that old pattern away so that you can restructure something new. The rain comes in and brings us a brand new day, right? That's the song that just popped into my head. This has been a Sting week, all Sting songs. But brand new day is what just popped into my head with that. Now, the other card that I have for today, besides like the friendliness, wah wah, in reverse, and the mind field, mind card, is the past lives card. This is the moon, so there may be some subconscious programming underneath all this that we need to realize. The subconscious program a lot of times can be, I need to make other people comfortable so that I'm okay. And that's when I have a lot of Libra that I have danced in. And I know a lot of other people have danced in at times as well. So keep your awareness around that. We also have Jupiter connecting into the nodes, specifically the south node. And so watch for your reaction. That reaction, that thunderbolt that happens when you aren't honoring yourself and you want to react, but that reaction comes at somebody else. So watch for that, because that may be part of this subconscious energy going on as well. As for Mercury and Pluto building to their conjunction, the quote just popped into my head, "You have nothing to fear but fear itself." I don't know who said that, but it popped into my head. And that's sometimes kind of real. You know, there is an unfolding plan. Fear does have a place in our lives, but a lot of times it is a threshold guardian. It is something that's moving us from one state to the next, and a lot of times it is about assuming our own personal power. So again, watch for that today. Watch for where fear is asking you, what do you really want? And how are you going to take the authority and align and co-create with the universe to work this? So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. You really do. And honor your values. Namaste.